Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. And I know a lot of you have been asking me, Joe, when are you gonna do a Volkswagen Golf GTI? You've done a couple Golf Rs, when are you gonna do a Golf GTI? Well, guess what? I stumbled across one. Here's a 2018 Golf GTI, and guess what? I did you guys right. I found an Autobahn edition, and what's really neat for me is that I found one with a manual transmission. So let me give you just a little bit of history about the Golf and the Golf GTI. But before I do that, check out the cool Florida style sunsets we get here when it comes to thunderstorms. Very, very cool to be living in such an environment where you get to see such beauty, even though it's hot as hell and humid right now, but so be it. But anyways, back to the Volkswagen Golf GTI. You know, the Mini Cooper came out on the scene before the GTI, but it really was the GTI that made that whole hot hatch revolution really go into full spin. Supposedly, you know, there's disagreement on where that hot hatch term comes from. Some people say it's John Cooper with Cooper Mini Works and all that kind of stuff, but a lot of people say, hey, it was a bunch of people in Germany that were buying these Volkswagen Golf GTIs. When you see a GTI, you should know that it's a Golf with a little bit of sprinkling of extra trickery underneath the hood, the brakes, the suspension. It makes a car that's mundane, everyday grocery getter into something that would be enjoyable, that you could go take and do an autocross track event, track day, or just go down your twisty roads somewhere where you live. Hopefully you're not living in Florida because we don't have many twisty roads, but such is life. Anyways, when it comes to this car, it's about that enthusiast. That's really where this car is directed. Now, some people say, hey, the car's front-wheel drive, is it really that great? Yes, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of people that when they're on that fence between going Golf GTI or Golf R, a lot of people, when it comes for the bang for the buck, stick with the GTI, even with the front-wheel drive compared to the Golf R's all-wheel drive. One thing that is unmistaken is when you see a Golf, you know it's a Golf. It's sort of like a car like a Porsche 911. As the years have gone by, they've been doing minor tweaking to the styling, but when you see it, you know that it's a Golf, especially a GTI. Let's go ahead and check out this one. I love the white finish, especially with the way the lighting is right now. Nice and bright and white. For 2018, they redesigned the whole front fascia. They redid the headlight housings here. I do like the way that they broke up the red. Now, red is a signature color of GTI. And when I say GTI, that's gonna be like Subaru's WRX STI or an AMG product. That's that high performance, enthusiast-minded level car. This one being a Golf. So I really love the headlights. I like this lower area down here with the LEDs built in. And here's something that I think a lot of car companies need to learn from. You see what they did here? They just put some aerodynamic stakes, these horizontal stakes here to give you some visual difference to break up the front of the car instead of just putting some fake vent, just slapping it on there. I do like the way that they have this lower spoiler, lip spoiler area down here, and it really meshes in well with this grille. Very, very distinctive look. As you can see, it takes that GTI. There's our GTI logo, takes that red color from inside the housing to the outside. Very, very neat. And then of course, there's our Volkswagen logo. Such a historic logo, you know, a driver's pleasure, the people's car. I mean, it's just an amazing, amazing logo. And I'm really big into logos because logos have so much meaning, especially for Volkswagen. Now, as you know, because of Dieselgate, a lot of people's feelings towards Volkswagen has changed. And to help with that, with all new Volkswagens, including this GTI, they've actually extended their bumper-to-bumper warranty. 6 years, 72,000 miles. That's probably one of the best bumper-to-bumper warranties in the industry right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the side. With the Autobahn feature, you are going to get the full array of all those safety features, lane keep assist and adaptive cruise control. You get these really nicely designed, specifically styled wheels. I do like the look of them. There's the Volkswagen logo there, and you can see with the Autobahn package, you're going to get the red painted calipers that have the GTI logo on them. Very, very nicely done. It really is a wheel that's not it doesn't stick out too much. It doesn't, you know, it gets the job done, and it really gives it a nice distinctive look. Front fender wise, I like the body lines that they're using here. It gives it a nice aggressive look. And there's our GTI logo with that red color once again. Very, very well placed. You're not gonna see a bunch of flash with this car. If you're into flash, you definitely need to go get yourself a WRX STI with a big, huge wing. But if you want something that's subtle, that has the performance, this is a great option. I like what Volkswagen does with their side mirrors and that beautiful LED lighting that they build right into here. And look, lurking behind is a nice little quarter window, front quarter window. This is gonna help with visibility. This is gonna help with letting light in. I like that. A lot of car companies, including my Ford Focus RS, make this all blacked out plastic. You know, I like the look of the glass. It gives it a nice touch. With this car, you're gonna get a beautiful, huge sunroof, and I like the way they blacked out the whole area. Instead of just having the sunroof blacked out for the glass, they blacked out that whole area. Very nicely done. And let's kind of just shimmy our way down the side of this car. Pretty cool how they shape the gas door. Very, very nice. And I think one thing that they could do is maybe just flare out the fender a little bit. With a GTI, definitely with the Golf R, that's a missed opportunity. Those fenders could just be flared out a little bit more. Supposedly, don't tell anybody I told you this, but the executives, the designers, the engineers of Volkswagen, that next Golf R is going to be no joke. Supposedly. We'll see. Why don't we come back to the rear end of the car, and I'm going to point out some of the features. If you look, you have that beautiful traditional tailgate. I like the way that they put the handle for the hatchback there. Very, very clean, very spacious. And it's just cool that they could have easily had some stupid handle, but they built it into the logo. And then I really like how clean the back of the GTI is. You have dual exhausts. That is a thing that's going to, be different from a standard Golf. Standard Golf just has a single exhaust outlet. You have your exhaust, one on each side, and then remember you have that whole thing with the Golf R is going to have quad exhaust. So that's one way to tell the difference between a GTI and a Golf R. What exhausts are out the back of the car? Let's go ahead and take a look underneath the hood of the engine to check out that 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, here we are underneath the hood of this Golf GTI. What makes a GTI, that turbocharged direct injected engine, inline 4. You're looking at 220 horsepower. So this car is going to be very peppy, and it will surprise you, especially if you are thinking about a Golf R. Another thing, like I told you at the beginning of the video, that I really like about this one is mated to a 6-speed manual transmission. Now you can get Volkswagen's DSG. That is a dual clutch transmission, which those shifts are very snappy, very lightning quick. It's up to you, but that's what I like. I like it when a car company gives you options instead of just shoehorn you into something. But at the end of the day, this is a tried and true engine. I know in the past they've had problems with electronics and that kind of stuff, but I think with a 6-year, 72,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty, they're at least going to take care of you for when things do happen, because there is no perfect car. If you find one, let me know. I definitely want to review it and then buy it. But anyways, engine's great. Let's go ahead and take a look at where we're going to be sitting, because I think for some of you who have not been in a GTI, the interior is going to surprise you. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, we're inside the Golf GTI. This is really where Volkswagen has upped their game. This is where they separate themselves from the Subaru, from the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo, when Mitsubishi had a car called a Lancer Evo. You could see with the quality. I do like for 2018 what they did with the dash. You have some nice faux carbon fiber trim. I know it's hard to see in the dark, but it is very simplistic. You know, that's one thing I've liked with German engineering, is the simplicity in the design. I'm going to have Lori show you on the door panel there. I like the way they brought in that red trim that lights up on the door panel. Very, very nice look. Screams GTI. You have a nice leather armrest, some contrast stitching. Check out these seats. I love the style of these seats. I like how they're full leather. You got the red contrast stitching. I like the design down the center, and they're very comfy. They hold you in place, but this is a seat that you're not going to have to worry about getting in and out all the time. Very comfortable, and you could go do your autocross event and be held nicely, but then you could drive to work the next Monday and feel fine too. They decided to go with a nice setup with a nice size infotainment. I like the dual climate control, very nicely done. Piano black everywhere. I like where they locate the push button start. Very, very cool feature right there just to push it. And then here it is, that 6-speed, very slick shifting, very short throws. I promise you that these throws are very short, and you can see that they took that red stitching into the boot around it. And then here's another nice thing I love about Golfs, especially manuals. It's a golf ball, guys. Get it? Golf ball. Very, very nicely done with some red trim. Excellent, excellent setup on it. The steering wheel is a perfect size. I like the 10 and 2 grips. On a GTI, you are going to get analog gauges. You're not going to get the digital gauge cluster like you are on the Golf R. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's perfectly placed. The font is great. Everything about it just screams that they have been doing this for decades, which they have. But that is really where the business side of the end, where you're going to be spending all that time. It feels wonderful. I like the aluminum pedals that they put. Everything. Let me test out heel-toe downshifting. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, I wish my Ford Focus RS, the pedals were set up like this. Is it as good as an STI or a WRX? No. But it is pretty damn good, especially how some people say Volkswagen Golf GTI is not that performance oriented. But anyways, if you're ready, I'm ready to wrap this one up. All right, guys, it's been one hell of a freaking night here. I'm glad that I came and stumbled across this Golf GTI because, like I said, you ask, I try to deliver. At the end of the day, you need to get your butt down to a dealership and drive one of these. I think it's going to surprise you. It definitely surprised me because I remember back in the 80s, my mom had a Volkswagen Golf GTI, and when you compare it to what they're producing now, it's really, really wild. But anyways, if these are the things that you like to see on Raity's Rides, leave a comment in that comment section. If you have not subscribed yet, hello, subscribe! That's what I'm yelling out right now. Hit that subscribe button. I promise you, you'll have a reason every day to keep coming back to see what great content I'm putting out next. Those who have subscribed and been there since day one, thank you for your awesome support. I can't do it without you. If you didn't watch, I'd be talking to nobody and this wouldn't work. So thank you very much. If you haven't checked out my website, raitiesrides.com, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, all Raity's Rides original content all the time. Get yourself a Raity's Rides t-shirt. Be part of this awesome community, and that's what I love about Raity's Rides. It's not just about me yapping. It's not just about, hey, Raity's Rides, the YouTube channel. It's about you guys, and I love the way we're building this community. I love to see the comments that you guys are putting, especially some really good detailed comments. I know some people, those keyboard jockeys, are just saying whatever because they have nobody to love them at home, but we have people that are really providing some great information, some viewers helping out other viewers. That's what I like to see, and that's what that's about. And if you go to a car event and you're wearing your Raity's Rides shirt, take a picture, send it to me. I'll put it on my Instagram page, my Facebook, all that good stuff, because it's all about sharing the love. Speaking of love, I gotta give a big hug, kiss to my beautiful wife, Lori. She's working the camera tonight because guess what? Tom decided to go do a midnight run for protein. He ran out of protein and protein shakes, so he had to go do a midnight run to try to find some protein somewhere. So hopefully we'll see him back soon. But anyways, Tom, I love you too. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.